Now we're discussing about the Hibernate. Previous class we discussed about the storing and loading the objects of Hibernate. Storing and loading objects. We take the example for this one Hibernate, like creating a session by using the session object, and we use the commit method and shut down the application. Here we use Hibernate util method to shut down, open session and close session. Here for the Hibernate, for calling the session, we use the session transaction query interfaces to access the database. The transaction, we use the Hibernate API. For query we use database query. Here we use JTA interface also. We take a query. This is a SQL language, not SQL. So here we take some SQL program. We insert the messages, the message table, insert into messages. Take a 3 attributes: message ID, message text, message ID, and values 1, hello world, and null. These values are inserted into the messages table. And then we select the values by using the order by class. This all are over in the previous class. So in third session of work, we create the set text method for the greetings of thing. So now we use the Hibernate configuration, how we configure the Hibernate and startup. So why we build the, how you build the session factory, now we discuss. Here the example of the Hibernate startup procedure. The line of code is, here we create the object for the session factory. Session factory equal to new configuration, configure, building session factory. Here we create the object for the session factory memory variable. We are using the 3 constructors here: configuration constructor, configure constructor, and build session factory constructor. For building this one, configure the session factory and then building the session. So here why we use these 3, we can explain. I can explain all these things. So when the configuration constructor is called, Hibernate searches for the name Hibernate.properties in the root class path. So all the Hibernate properties are loaded into this configuration object. So next, configure constructor, configure method. If configure called, what will be happened? So here the Hibernate searches for the file name hibernate.config.xml in the root of the class path, and it can't be found. So don't call this method, don't have the configuration file. If the configuration file is there, then only we have to call the configure method. otherwise don't call the configure method. So configure method is used for the calling the this configuration method. The previous configuration we use the properties, all the properties are loaded into the configuration object. Next is a this configuration file is always in the root path only. This is outside of the package. So this path can be forwarded into the configure method. So we take the how you set the path to the configure by using the session factory. We create the session factory object and then we create the memory variable for the take new configuration method dot configure. In the configure we use the this path star dot star colon persistent colon auction dot cfg dot xml. Yeah. So now the configure file is there. This one we can use the persistence path auction.cfg.xml and we build the session factory. So now we take the session factory. The session factory we can create the new configuration file and then set the different path, property path, set property environment dot default schema dot caveator some property name and then set the resource and then execute the building factory session factory like we set the all properties. So in this way we build the session factory. So next create the XML configuration file. So the XML configuration file, I tell you the program how the configuration file is there. Hibernate XML configuration file. This one, first one document type Hibernate configuration system, and then HTTP. This load the DTD file Hibernate configuration 3.0.DTD, and then Hibernate configuration open tag, and then session factory. So here the session factory. So here the property name equal to Hibernate dot connection dot driver class. Name equal to connection dot driver class. So how the configuration file is there here. In the configuration file, first we open the session factory and then we initialize the property name and connection. Name equal to Hibernate, connection equal to driver class, and we initialize the driver org.hibernate SQL database dot here HSQL we can take, and then JDBC driver, and then closing the property, and then open property name equal to Hibernate dot connection dot URL, and then Here the driver class. For the driver class, we can take one property tag and then we initialize the driver. This driver is organization.hsqldb.jdbc driver, and then closing the property tag. Here the next one is we can initialize the connection URL. Property name equal to hibernate.connection.url, and then next one is the URL is jdbc.hsqldb.hsql.localhost. This is the URL, and then closing the property Hibernate connection URL. This one hsql database.hsql, and then open property name equal to hibernate.connection.username, and then closing the property. This is a Hibernate XML configuration file. This one we take the driver class and connection URL and then connection username. And then next we take next property name equal to hibernate.dialect, and then here this dialect is hibernate.dialect.hsql dialect. Closing the property here. So next we take different properties. We use the connection pool provider. Here first property we use the minimum size 5, second property maximum size 20, connection pool properties, and next one is timer out is the 300. Next one is maximum statement 50. Next one is ideal test period 3000. All properties, connection properties we can provide here. And then next property show SQL. If SQL is there, it provide true value. So next one is the format SQL. For this one we use true. If the format property is executed, the true property will be there. Next the XML mapping file here. Mapping resource equal to hello.sh.hdb.xml here. Closing the session factory. Closing the Hibernate configuration. This is the Hibernate configuration XML file. Next we use the database connection pool. So there are 3 reasons for using the connection pool. The previous we use the connection pool provider. Now we discuss about the connection pool. There are three reasons for using the pool here. So for acquiring the new connection pooling, there are some expensive tasks there, and then maintaining the many ideal connections is also expensive for the database system. So creating the prepare statement is also expensive for some driver. So the JDBC connection pooling, so here we take a figure for this one. JDBC connection pooling in the non-managed environment. So here we take first application like main method and servlet method and JSP method. Take application. The application is connected to the connection pool. In the connection pool, we take first connections like user managed JDBC connections. All the applications are connections are going on to the connection pool. The connection pool can be again connected to the database. So here this is the JDBC connection pooling in the non-manager component. So this topic is connection pooling topic. So in the JDBC connection, we execute the SQL statements with the JDBC programming interface. Next, we take Hibernate with connection pool in the non-managed environment. First one is the connection pooling in the non-managed environment, and then how the Hibernate is used in the connection pooling. Hibernate in the connection pooling, we use the Hibernate for creating the session and the transaction and the query. Hibernate done these three properties: creating session, transaction, queries. This is the layer between the connection pooling and the database. So here the Hibernate maintains the pool for the configuration properties. Maintain the pool. For establishing a database session, the connection pool, and then doing transactions, doing queries. Use Hibernate. So now we take a program using Hibernate properties for the C3P0 connection pool settings. This one we take a Hibernate connection driver class, JDBC driver, HSQL JDBC driver, and then take a URL, previous hsql.localhost, and then username, dialect. Yeah, these are all discussed in the previously. And pooling properties, maximum size, minimum size, timer out, maximum statements, ideal test period, all these things. C3P0 and show SQL, format SQL. These are the all properties of C3P0 connection pool settings. So next topic is handling the session factory. So here session factory can be initialized once the application is initialized. So session, when the session is created, the single instance should be used by the all code of the particular process. The process instance, process object can be used. The session can be created by using the session factory. Process object is started, then session will be created. So session is the single threaded process, single threaded object. So handling the session factory we can discuss in the next lesson. So subscribe to my channel Technology Education by PVK. Here the all lessons are there. Hibernate, Java, JDBC, Servlets, JSP, and then my subscribe to my remaining channels. Gamer channel is there, PVK Gamer, and Motovlog channel is there, Guitar Play channel is there.